All right, welcome to the Sweet Talk. Today is Monday, May 17th, 2021, and I am your host, Kim Mattina. I am a Google certified trainer and educator, as well as a gold product expert for the Google for Education team. And today I am so happy to have on my show the founder and CEO of Helperbird, Mr. Robert James Gabriel. Welcome to the Sweet Talk.
Thank you so much, Kim. I'm a huge fan and I'm delighted to be here today.
Oh, I'm so thankful that you took the time to be on. We were just chatting a little bit before about how I was looking forward to learn more about Helperbird because it's such a great Chrome extension for, the target all learners really,
Mm.
um, but specific learners. Um, it has a market for specific learners, right? And
Yeah.
all learners can really benefit from the Chrome extension. So instead of me blabbling on, why don't you introduce yourself again and talk a little bit about your Chrome extension?
Yeah, no way, exactly. And I'm so glad to be here. And you kind of nailed it perfectly. Like Helperbird is designed for all learners. But before I can get to that point, I might tell a little bit about myself and how Helperbird grew from a pet project to helping 450,000 people worldwide.
Wow.
So my name's Robert James Gabriel, and I'm from Ireland originally, and I'm 27 years old. And when I was 15, kind of 16, I was struggling through school quite a bit. And my parents were very supportive, but they knew something wasn't right, is a nice way to put it. And it all came to a head at a parent teacher meeting where two of my teachers told my parents they should consider dropping me out of school because he wouldn't achieve anything, he'll struggle, he'd be better off putting into a trade and it just end his suffering. And my mom, I like to describe her as a mother bear, became very protective and rightly so, and demanded that he should get testing of some kind because there's clearly something wrong, that not every other kid is not falling behind as much as him. It can't just be an isolated issue. And after much push back and forth and a very good resource teacher, I was able to get tested. I had dyslexia, and 6 months later, I discovered computer programming through a science teacher, and I won the school $8,000 in a programming competition, and I won the school that money, and I was able to give it back to resources, and they were able to test more kids. So it's like a very nice
Pay
moment in
forward.
my
Yeah,
life.
that's
Yeah,
awesome.
and that moment has always stuck with me because uh, I realized that like teachers unknowingly were giving up on me because they have so many and it's a very difficult, and there's budgets and you can't like test everyone and you have to make right choices. And afterwards, once I got tested and I got the support behind me, and I was able to go through college, and I did computer science, and I went to and did an internship mid through college, and they told me to build whatever I want. And during that time, I was able to build whatever I want for the first month, and I built the very first version of Helperbird in 2015. And all it did was change the font to Open Dyslexic, which is very popular. A lot of people love it, and it was just for me. And I uploaded, totally forgot about it, used it away, and then a friend came to visit, and for whatever reason, I just decided to check it, and it had 2,000 users,
Wow.
and all it did was just change the font. And then the founder or the creator of the Open Dyslexic font asked me to like make an extension for them. And then over 8 months, that grew to 300,000 users.
Oh
And
my goodness, really? Wow.
yeah, so if anyone out there listening uses that extension, I'm the maintainer of it as well. And it's very, very popular and helps a lot of students. And I finished college. Kept like tipping away at Helperbird. Did other projects. I went back to that company I did the internship with, and I got promoted in there. It was all good, but I got a little bit burnt out, and like I was feeling a little down. So I decided to take a sabbatical and just travel and take 6 months out. I was very blessed, and during that time, I decided that I was going to work on Helperbird full time. And at that point, it had about 35,000 users worldwide.
Wow.
And that was in 2018. And since then, we've grown to about 450,000 users. worldwide in 171 countries. We've added features for everything. And the reason why I do this is because of that moment when I was in school where I was struggling, and I knew if I was going through that, there was kids everywhere in the world going through that moment of there was lack of funding, or they don't have the right resources, or they just need like tools to help them learn no matter what they are. They could have dyslexia, they could have color blindness, they could have just anything at all. And that's our goal at Helperbird, is just to give tools for everyone, people who have learning difficulties, people who don't, and make sure kids don't go through that little moment I went through when I was 16 years old.
Well, like that, well, first of all, congratulations. That's a huge accomplishment. And I can connect with you because, I have two children, and during the time when my children were in school, one of my kids was diagnosed with dyslexia. And I wish at the time that, teachers knew more about what tech tools could be used, because it could have really helped him throughout his, through his schooling, and made him have a different outlook on education, because everything was so, you're talking, this is years ago now, not recent, but, it, if people don't know about things, they're going to continue with the same practices, and they're going to continue to have that fixed mindset, and just like just be discouraging, and not realize it. So for me, I can connect with you with this, because I, as a parent, went through this.
Yes.
So, and it wasn't fun.
Well,
It's not fun. And like your mom, you said she took over and she did the mama bear. I did the same
yeah.
thing. It's just like a natural instinct. So, it's personal. And I think you made that your mission to be able to make a mark and help students with this type of learning disability. And I praise you for that. So thank you for doing that. But
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, it's a thing, like, because a software out there is so useful and it's so great, and what we try to do is just make it a bit cheaper and more affordable for low incomes. And this is not like a sales pitch. I want to make that very clear here, but it's just about trying to spread the word that these tools are out there and it looks nice and friendly. Because I remember when I was in school, I had the software given to me, but it was clunky, and I was embarrassed that I had, this software on my computer because friends might make fun. So we try to make stuff like on and off, nice and discreet, nice and beautiful and friendly, and like a connection to everyone as well.
yeah, like seamless, like things are
Yeah,
just seamless now. So it should just work seamless and be user friendly, and, not clunky,
yeah.
So, I appreciate all that hard work. That must have, like, I don't know, what did you do? Like when you were in college, you took computer science, and then you just had time to take like a passion project. Is that how this all started out as? Or like,
Yeah,
because you felt like you were struggling and you just wanted to help others, and that's how, so, to me, that's kind of like, a passion project that you want to, you want to help other people and make the society, or make the community, or make the world a better place for the students, so that they can, comprehend information better. Is that, like, is that kind of like how you envisioned it in the beginning, or is it just?
like it evolved into that, and you kind of described it perfectly. Like at the beginning, it began into, I didn't want, if there was a kid like me who had that situation, when they got the support, they would like achieve or unlock their full potential. It started off as that, but then it kind of evolved into what you said over time. Once I started, like, every email that comes in, I read, every live chat I read, because no matter what age you are, you have a different perspective that we try to match in and make it learning for everyone. But yeah, that is kind of what the passion project turned into, is through a global mission. as I like to describe it.
That's awesome. I really I like I said, I wish that this technology was around when my kids were in, elementary school, because it, like I said, it could have really had a different impact. But anyway, so why don't we talk about Helperbird? So
Yeah.
what are some of the, we know it's a Chrome extension. And so why don't you tell us a little bit more of some of the features that, that are available, and how the teacher or the student or both can use it,
Yeah, I would love to. So we started off. So Helperbird is available on Google Chrome as a Chrome extension, Mozilla Firefox, and Microsoft Edge, all as extensions. We have a Safari extension coming relatively soon, and we have a iPad app. If people who are fans of us are listening, they are very eager about this. It is coming by September. Is our
Wow.
launch date. We had a little bit of back and forth, but we're getting there. So our features are focused on learning difficulties, but we also do a lot more for all learners as well. And we have features, which I'll show a demonstration of a few in a few minutes. Goes from being able to change the font, being able to change the colors of text and backgrounds and links. We also have a page summarize. You can summarize pages into nice formats. You can annotate and highlight any text or leave notes on any web page. And I'll also sync across different devices and features. You also have like dyslexia rulers, inverse rulers. We have an Immersive Reader on every web page. So if fans are of Immersive Reader, you can use it on Google Docs, PDF files, anything you want, because we love Google and we love Microsoft. So it's the best of both worlds. You can have a feature called Reader Mode, which removes all distractions and adverts and just gives you the body of text, which is very handy. We have text-to-speech in every language possible, and it has over 15 natural voices and different voices depending on your computer. We have so many features. There's like 38 of them. They're like the highlighted and the most popular ones. We also have all specialized fonts, including Lexint, which is a personal favorite. Open Dyslexic, and we have over 28. You can change the fonts, you can change the word and letter spacing, the text alignments, font colors, highlight colors, reader mode, text-to-speech, word prediction, which is a new feature. So as you type, it'll predict. Currently only in English. We have speech to text or dictation, a magnifier, translate, OCR or image extracting. We have a line focus, a reading guide, and overlays, cognitive loads, highlight paragraphs, and we have our own bookmarking or sync tool. So if you find articles that are handy, you can sync them across different devices. So we have basically kind of everything you would need in one extension instead of having 8 or 9.
So yeah, so like I said, I don't use Helperbird. I just know about it, So tell me a little bit about it as far as, I enable the Chrome extension, I open up a website, and I read an article from, I don't know, just, CNN News. Does it take the font and automatically convert it to, we'll say, Open Dyslexic?
Yeah, if you'd like, I'd actually show you.
Okay.
If that's okay.
Yeah, awesome. You can share your screen when you're ready.
Yeah, pictures say 1,000 words.
Yeah, right? Okay. So just scroll to the bottom, you'll see the share button, and then it'll ask you to share which window you want to share.
Yeah, there perfect. You go. Can you see everything?
Yep.
All right. Perfect. I just use this this BBC page as a good example.
Okay.
Because it has lots of text, images, and we can fully customize it. So if you have Helperbird installed, you'll see it up here. You click on it, and we have our menu. So, for example, if you want to change the font of the one on the BBC website to, we'll say, Open Dyslexic, I just turn on, and you can see it's automatically changed it across every page. And if we refresh, it automatically adds it straight away. So nice and quick and easy, and it doesn't affect your browser or slow down your machine. You can change it to Lexint Deca, Comic Sans, whatever you need on that page to make it easier for you. You can also change the word spacing.
Okay.
We're going to get a little crazy as I describe it. Some people, you can change the alignment. So on the body of text, it's all set to the right.
Okay.
You can do it center or left. You can change the line height.
That I can see being very helpful. That's good. I'm glad to see that in there.
Yeah, and it's our thing is there's no solution for everyone. Everyone's different, so everyone has
Everybody's
their own,
different.
and everyone has their own setup. And the letter spacing, it can
Yeah.
be a little extreme, but it works for some people.
Yeah.
You can
Because
change the
people have
font.
different needs. So
That's
that's
it
nice that
exactly.
you have the variety of features that you can enable and disable.
Yeah, and if you have reader mode, which is very popular, so if we enable it, it removes all adverts or navigations and just gives you the body of text. And as you can
A
see,
clean version, yeah.
so it'd be like reading a Wikipedia article. And in here, if we highlight the text, I'm going to do a lot shorter, actually. And if we click play, you can pause it, play it, you can translate, take screenshots, you can even annotate.
So when you annotate on it, does it save it, or is it just there for that one session or that one
No,
sentence?
it's there forever. And if you have a work computer or a school computer, it will sync across onto your other machine. So if you have an in-office one and one at home.
Oh, really? Okay. So you have to
And
sign into Helperbird then.
yeah, or Google Chrome on the top right-hand corner.
Okay.
And so you can adjust it, place it wherever you want. And we have our notes app up here. And you can see our little note from the BBC on this date. And I can remove it or visit it. And here's my little note.
Okay. Oh, that's cool.
And then if you have lots of notes and you're writing an article or doing some research, you can actually take a screenshot of the page and it'll be downloaded to your desktop.
Well, you don't even need to install different apps or extensions. Like you said, you have a lot of different features right in here.
Yeah, that's it exactly. And as I said, we have word prediction. We can translate pages. Our dyslexia ruler is very popular. So
Yeah, let me see that. I never seen that one before. Oh, okay. It's like a to me that's not a ruler. That's kind of like I don't know what you. It's like a reader. It helps you read and stay on the lines.
Yeah, there's a few different versions. So some people call it dyslexia rulers, and then there's line focus, which is a very similar one.
Okay, that's what I'm thinking of. Line focus then.
Yeah, you can see here. So we give options for everyone because some people prefer others, and they're all included.
Now, what about
and you can adjust the brightness.
The brightness. Okay. Now, what about the color scheme? So you're going through the colors now. Does Helperbird alternate colors on each different lines or no?
Yes, that's actually a feature. So let me just turn off the overlay just to make it a bit more prominent. Yeah, so we call that cognitive load. There's another very popular app called Beeline Reader.
That's what I'm thinking of.
Yes, we have our own version. His one is extremely good, and I recommend people actually to download it. But if you want just one app, we also have that feature. So we have it here, Cognitive Load. 2 seconds.
Oh,
you can
wow.
see here.
Okay. Yep. That's exactly what Beeline Reader does too. The same thing.
Yeah, his one is extremely good, and I do have to give a lot of credit for the research and everything into it.
Yeah, I've used that, and recommended Beeline Reader, and it made a world of a difference. And then when Open Dyslexic Font was available, that was first before the Lexen font family came out. I've gotten a lot of positive feedback from the special ed teachers. But this, it's just everything is all in one. So you don't have to download multiple Chrome extensions, which is really nice.
That's it exactly. And we try to be your go-to feature and have it nice and friendly, and you can customize it to your own needs. So you can set these to be your own size. You can change the cursor size as well. So it's complete customization of the web experience and making it work for you is the end
Now,
goal.
what about in Google Docs?
Yeah, so let me just close these tabs.
So it integrates very nicely with websites and, blog posts and things like that. Now, what if a teacher assigned, an assignment in Google Classroom, made a copy for each student, and it was just something long that they had to read in a Google Doc. I'm assuming that those features are all the same, correct?
Yeah, it's slightly different because Google Docs is a very complicated app. So we had to build a toolbar. But in Helperbird, if you add Google Docs and PDFs and you enable it, you get a toolbar along the top. And if I just write hello and I highlight and I click play, it'll read it and pause it. And you can customize it completely as well. And a lot of people don't realize this, but we actually enable Immersive Reader in our Google G Suite products as well. So if we click the Immersive Reader button, it'll just load and you can see it's here in Immersive Reader, and you have access to all the wonderful features of Immersive Reader too.
Wow. Okay. So now you just blew my mind.
Yeah, it's a very powerful feature. A lot of people have discovered in the last couple of weeks.
So yeah, go back to that. So what else is on that toolbar? What else do you have up there on that toolbar for Google Docs in the Google Doc?
Yeah, as you said, sometimes students have a lot of pages to read. So you can use the play, pause, stop, so to read it out to you. And with that, we have our search bar here. You can change the voice that is read out.
Okay.
And we have a load of different voices, and you can change the speed, pitch, and volume, and the highlight color as well.
Wow. Now, does the student have to highlight the entire text to read it, to hear it read to them, or no?
Yes, I'm afraid in Google Docs there's a slight limitation, so they would need to highlight it for it to work fully.
Okay.
But on other pages or our regular one, so 2 seconds. I'll just scroll down here. If they put the text in here, it will read it out automatically as well. So it's kind of different options, and it'll highlight it.
As opposed to highlighting it in the doc, right? There was yeah. Okay.
So you have Immersive Reader, annotations, reader mode, screenshot. You can translate the word as well. But we also have this feature. So if I clear that and I click speak. Hello, my name is Robert. Sometimes when we're on a mic like this.
Yeah, with the microphone, because I didn't hear your, when you were hitting play before, I didn't hear that, it play back. So it's probably something with your speakers.
Oh, so yeah, but normally if I wasn't on this, it would speak away, and it's a very handy feature as well in Google Docs and Google Slides and any other Google product like that.
So it's similar to voice typing then?
It's exactly the same. It's just a handy feature to have built in, so people can use whichever one they like.
Wow, this is awesome. I didn't know that it had all of these helpful features. I just knew that it was an app or a Chrome extension that was good for, targeted like special education students. I had no idea that it offered all of these features.
Yeah, that's it exactly. And we at our core we take care of our special education needs first, but we're evolving to adapt to every learner of every age as well, be it in school, out school, HR departments, everyone who needs a little bit of help.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about this. So the student can download this and use it. The teacher doesn't have to push anything out to the student for the student to use this, right? So tell us a little bit about that setup. Like, is it just that easy where the teacher can install it for their computer and then under their Chrome, Chrome profile or Chrome sign in, and then the student can install it under their Chrome account as well?
Yeah, so it kind of depends on your school setup, of course. But in general cases, students can install it themselves in one click. They can go onto helperbird.com, and on the top right, they can download directly from there onto their Chrome browser. Teachers should have no problem installing it, but sometimes they'll need to talk to their IT admin to just to install it. It kind of depends on independent setups.
Yeah.
But the one thing I would add is that we're very proud of this. We do no tracking, we take privacy very seriously. So we have no database, we have nothing. So we are very appliant with all laws in terms of COPPA and all those as well. Because we don't need your information and we never will. So why do we need to store it?
Right. It's just something else to have to do, right?
Yeah, it is. It's just, and one, we just don't need it. So we don't do Google Analytics or anything like that. So people can be rest assured.
Yeah. And then, so, because I know with some Chrome extensions, like the teachers got to install it and then verify the students and this and that. You don't have to do anything like that with Helperbird, right?
No, you just download it independent, and if a school wants to, we can roll it out, help them roll it out on a district or school level, and help their IT admin just install it as well. So it'd be very easy, but in general cases, the teacher doesn't have to do anything. Just tells the kids to go onto this page, download it, and that's it.
And then just sign into it.
It will actually automatically sign in.
Okay.
It will use the email that you're signed into your browser with. So majority of the time, your school email.
Okay. So now, oh wait, I just lost my train of thought. Oh, goodness gracious. I hate when that happens. Oh no, this is not good. I was just going to ask you a question. Oh, there we go. I got it back.
Oh, very good.
So are there any, is there a resource on the website or hub or anything that shows tutorials for students on how to use the toolbars or find different options?
Yeah. So in the app, on next to every feature, if you download it, there's 3 dots, and each dot has a video of how that feature is used. But people can also go onto their website, or they can go onto our YouTube channel, which has resources for every feature on there.
Okay. And then, so I know you came on and you said, oh, this is not a sales pitch. I know, I hate to put you on the spot, but what are some of the features that are like a premium upgraded to the account?
Yeah, so the way we believe it is we have we give a lot away of features, we give a lot of features away for free, because we just see them as mandatory features for someone to learn, such as the font changer is free, the color blindness are free, the word spacing, text to speech is free, those. And then any of the ones that cause like resources or lots of engineering from a technical point, like the word prediction and the OCR are paid ones. But we've got a lot of good feedback that we give a lot away for free. That is like the nice mix for majority. And then if people find it very useful, they have the paid one, which is $40 a year per student, or we have unlimited per school for a bit more on the website that they can check it out.
Okay. I'm glad that you mentioned that, because I think it's important, like you said, to have everybody on the same playing field. People need different tools. And, if you made it accessible and it's most of the useful ones or more common ones are free, then you're going to target that audience, and you're going to embrace them. So I'm glad to see that you did that, because it's important. We want to have equity for all the students, not just some.
I know, and that's it too. And as I tell people, it's like a gut feeling. Like, I feel wrong that we have to charge for this where people actually need it, and that's kind of where we make the defining factor. We do have to keep our lights on and help to support the development, but there's a nice room. I think we were after meeting.
Yeah, no, I congratulate you that you've done so much in such a little time, and your reach is so great that I you blew my mind. I can't I can't even imagine like the work that you just were like, full force. Just let's get this done. Let's go, because it's so gratifying. You see people using it and, emailing you and probably asking you questions and praising you. You just want to continue with your mission, and that's awesome. Like I can't you really targeted a market. That's what it is. You targeted an audience, you found a niche, and you really helped them. So that's something that I like I said, I congratulate you on that. That's awesome.
And I just have to thank people like yourself and for creating such a welcoming environment on social media and sharing resources, because it's wonderful being able to see other tools out there and other people helping and learning these tips. And I just want to thank you and everyone else
Oh, well, thank you.
who's been working like this as well.
Now it's all full circle in my mind. It's my mission is
Yeah,
to pay it forward, so it's all full circle for me. But this was awesome. I really appreciate it. And we have Courtney. Courtney makes video. That's her
that's my
name.
wife.
That's your wife. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
She said the iPad app is going to rock. I
and
can't wait to see that.
And Courtney, if anyone listening checks our YouTube video, she does all the editing and the voiceovers on each one. So her wonderful voice is all over it.
Well, you need to give me I need to get your YouTube channel, and I will put it in the show notes. And I will also put the helperbird.com website in the show notes too, so that people can, find you and access your website and hopefully download the Chrome extension.
Of course. And if anyone has any questions too, I'm always on the live chat and happy to answer any questions.
Yeah, well, we just have a late comment here from Kelly Herring. She just started to use Helperbird, and she said that she needs her tech district person to open the Chrome extension to her students. So there you go, that you were just saying about maybe like the tech department or somebody in IT would have to come in and, adjust
Just verify.
adjust some of those settings so they can install it. So, but yeah,
Yeah.
Kelly was just saying that.
And if Kelly has any questions or needs me to talk to the IT admin, I'm on the live chat 24/7. And once the IT admin approves it, it's actually rolled out within seconds. So
Okay.
once they get the go ahead, it can be rolled out in seconds, which is very useful for us.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's good. Yeah, because she said she teaches third and fourth grade sped students, so she definitely can use this Chrome extension. So let us know how you like it, Kelly, after you get all the quirks worked out. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that wraps up a great show with Robert James Gabriel tonight. I really appreciate you being on and taking the time and talking about your passion project and your journey through creating Helperbird and making it such a big success now in education. And I want to thank you again for being on. So,
Oh, thank you so much. And it was my pleasure.
what I'm going to do really quick is share my screen, and I'm going to wrap up the show. So let me do this really fast.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you can visit the Sweet Talk at thesweettalk.com. That's the SUITE talk.com. And on the homepage, you can check out the Facebook group, subscribe to the YouTube channel. I am also on Podbean, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and you can subscribe to the newsletter. This episode and the podcast will be posted here on the homepage. If you'd like to support my mission and become a sponsor and help me pay it forward, you can fill out this sponsor form here, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. If you'd like to be a guest on the show, you can fill out the guest inquiry form, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Right now, I am scheduling for the fall. So there's so many people that want to share their story with me on the Sweet Talk. Also, the episodes, any past episode can be accessed through the episode page here, and you will see a link to the YouTube channel or the YouTube episode and the show notes. Here we go. So the YouTube link and the Wakelet collection are the show notes. Jamboard is another resource I have on my website. You can check out my Jamboard presentation, and if anybody out there is using Jamboard and wants to share it with me, I will add you to this presentation for Pay It Forward by Teachers for Teachers. So there's some things here that you can check out as well. So with that being said, that wraps up the show for tonight.
Oh, amazing.
All right. Well, thank you so much for being on. I really appreciate it. Again, it was a pleasure meeting you, a pleasure talking to you. I'm just thankful that you took the time to be on. I know you're on a different time zone and you're tuning in from Ireland, so I appreciate it.
No, you're welcome. It's the gift of the gab. I love talking, and you're such a friendly host. I could talk for hours.
Oh, thank you. All right, everyone. Take care. See you later. Bye.
Bye.
You stay on, Mr. Robert.
Oh, yes.